Al-Mahdi will come. We know that, we believe that. When? We don't know. There are signs. The signs are there. But we have no idea. Nobody can claim that he is coming today or tomorrow. We cannot say that. And at the same time, when he comes, we will know he is there. We will rally behind him. In the meantime, we have to follow what has been revealed by Allah, and we must remember the purest form of Islam is the best. You know, the purest, meaning sometimes a person wants to, for example, I'm going to give you a very open example. Sometimes a person wants to listen to music. So they begin to say, no, in Islam it's allowed. By us saying that, we are changing the religion, and it will change forever. Rather, one who is listening to music needs to believe, I am listening to music, but inshallah one day I will stop because my religion does not allow it. That is better. It is better for someone to acknowledge that what they are doing is wrong than to justify it because they are doing it. The people of the other religions, they were justifying homosexuality because they were doing it. The religion changed its rule to allow homosexuality. So now you will have people, for example, even other religions, when they were drinking wine, they began to use different words, and they started to justify the wine, and by justifying it, the people changed the religion to allow the wine. So with us, we don't want to fall in the same trap. If something is not allowed, it is not allowed, to stay by it. Instead of fighting and saying, no, these sheikhs, they don't know what they are saying, how can this be prohibited and so on. We need to really seek protection. So I see your passion, and we agree with, the passion that we need to be united. At the same time, there are certain things that we will have to wait for them to happen, such as Imam Mahdi, and we don't have more than that to inform the brothers or the sisters as to the precise time, because Allah did not give us that knowledge.
There is a written two questions for us. People have left jihad and so many other good things, but still they resist on polygamy. Still they don't do justice between wives. So can we explain polygamy for the present time?
Birth rate, female. There are two interesting questions. The one says the birth rate of female and male ratio is almost equal around the world. So why does people say there are more women than men? The honest truth is, as far as my knowledge goes, the birth rate is not equal. In most places in the world, there are more women than men. In India, for example, and you can Google this information nowadays, whatever you say, you can find out on the internet within minutes. In India, for example, many people abort the fetus when they find out it is female. They abort. That is jahiliyyah, it is wrong, it is ignorance, but they are doing that. So if that is happening, and it is in certain countries, it is open news, so we need to be warned of that. However, even in the United States and in Britain and in so many other countries, in Zimbabwe where I come from also, the women are more than the men. For your information, in Cape Town, the ratio is 9:1. In Cape Town, the ratio is 9:1. And I'm talking of part of South Africa, where we come from. So it is something that can be questionable there. The other issue about polygamy and so on, as I said, Islam did not give importance to polygamy, but it explained the rule. It explained the rule. So it is not something farad. So we should not blame Islam. But Islam says, if you want to do something, don't do it behind the back to do a sin. Islam is not giving the man an excuse to commit a sin. And Islam says, if you are doing it, do it with respect. That's all. And I do admit there are some other things which are more important than polygamy, but everyone does whatever is easy for them. One day there was a certain man, this is a true story, his wife came to complain that my husband wants to take another wife. So he said it is sunnah. He said it is sunnah. But he is not using miswak. You know what is miswak? That small, that piece of root which they use to clean the teeth. He has no miswak and he wants to marry another wife. So I said, okay, bring miswak, I will give him. If that is what qualifies him, then give it to him. So then she said, no, what I mean is he is not fulfilling other sunnah, but this is a very important sunnah. So then I explained, I said, look, everyone does whatever is easy for them. For example, some women, maybe their dress code is not so perfect, but they are closer to Allah because their heart is very, they have better deeds and they are trying hard and so on. This is all from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When it comes to the issue of polygamy, many people are very sensitive. For your information, the whole world is polygamous. All men, by nature, they are polygamous. And they cannot deny that. Even the people who are saying, no, it's wrong, they have been caught in their offices engaging in acts that were unacceptable, and they were about to be impeached in certain cases. Wallahi. And then they want to say, no, it's prohibited. But yourself, you were doing it. You are saying it's just to make women happy, they are saying that. So the whole world is moving in one direction. As I said, we do not promote or demote, we are only explaining the Islamic ruling. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to open our doors, and even the men and the women, we need to concentrate on the teachings of Islam and put them into practice so that we do not lose the essence of our religion. We should not be fighting with one another. We should be learning as much as we can and putting it into practice, inshallah. Is that our last question? Last, yes.
I like to make a remark, and like to seek some solution or your idea about some of the things that is happening here, I have experience, because I have been listening to different speeches in Islam given by so many different scholars, and now I am finding that many things that were not claimed, and many different scholars are saying this is haram, and then somebody else will add to something else again say this is haram. So there are so much of haram and things like that that we did not hear earlier. I can understand, with the time there may be different types of things that may become haram, which is based on the same thing, But how do you really explain to the people, when you have seen so much people say, oh, this is haram, and so many things are they express as haram, that we really find it difficult sometimes to take whose advice, Thank you very much.
Jazakumullah khair. That is a very beautiful question. It is a reality. Sometimes public gets confused because they hear one saying something, another one saying something. So what to do? The answer is, we are primarily instructed to follow the Quran and the Sunnah. We are primarily instructed to follow the Quran and the Sunnah. So if someone comes forth with justification from Quran and Sunnah, they are correct. When someone comes with justification without Quran and Sunnah, we will excuse them because we are following Quran and Sunnah. So sometimes someone might say, I am a layman, how do I know? We need to learn enough of Islam to be able to understand what is right and wrong. So if, for example, someone tells you, music is haram, and you didn't hear that before, you need to find out yourself where, when, why, how, or the person who informed you, gave you that information, you need to trust them enough to be able to follow what they have said. So sometimes you have ulama, you don't know this man, but the other one, you know him from when he was young, you know his knowledge, you know his credentials, he has always taught people and so on, he is someone who you know properly, and you can follow such a person on condition that you still have in your heart that I want to check it for myself in the Quran and the Sunnah, and I need to know, I need to have the knowledge, because without knowledge we will get confused. Today the world is free, the internet is open. I have seen more than 300 websites which are claiming to be Muslim, teaching Islam, but they do not belong to Muslim. They are confusing Muslims. Today here when I was in Mali, I was on the internet a little while back, and there was one website, and I looked at it and I said, no, these people are speaking something which is outside Islam, but they are using the name of Islam in order to confuse the Muslim masses and to debate and argue with them. So we need to be careful. This is why we say, just like the internet can help you, it can also destroy you. Just like, you have satellite dish, you can listen to one station, one sheikh, and he will give you a very convincing remark, you flick, And while you are flicking, the opposite remark is made by another man, and he is sounding also very convincing. So if you are going to listen to two views, you need to go deeper to find out who is right. Otherwise, that is my duty. Before I die, I need to find out, inshallah, that what is right and what is wrong based on the Quran and the Sunnah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us acceptance. I have spent a beautiful evening with you, and I hope that you have enjoyed it as much as I have. Normally, I try to keep my talks a little bit lively so that people do not sleep and do not begin to yawn. I did not notice anyone yawning. So Jazakumullah khair, and thank you for that.
Actually, before you finish, I want to announce for tomorrow night's...
Yes.
أول جلسة الموقف نمان بين ماذا مارس أننا هم مثلاً ماذا مارس موضوع كي فريهم مسلم كواني كي هنتو إنهم أقدر سالس في كفريق مثلاً أننا بفلا واحد لكوان هنا بفلا استوى. Then on behalf of all the listeners, I really want to thank you. We want to thank you, and may Allah grant you all the deserving rewards for your kindness and for your knowledge that you have given to us here tonight. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair. And to your family too.
Jazakumullah. Thank you very much. Sallallahu alaihi wa sallam ala nabina Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.